Hey folks, Consolidating here, and welcome to another episode of a Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4 as Italy. We're trying to take this. I said this was Russian. I actually don't know where in the world it is. It's Soviet territory. I don't know what language that is, or what province this belongs to in modern day. But, wapow! Excellent. Huge right there. Look at that. So these guys are all cut off. So I'm just going to take my tanks and, I don't know, I'll right-click on the city here. That should be okay. I'm going to get you to come down this way and then that way, and that'll be fine. So these guys are all getting starved out now. They still have some supply from maybe a port. Actually, I'm not even sure they're going to be able to get anything through there. But they do have a couple of cities that do provide some amount of supply, but they're going to start out pretty quick, and it looks like we're making a pretty good push against the city here, so that's going to be good. Insufficient resources. What are we short on? Rubber. Let's get that updated. And some oil as well. I might not be able to get from here, actually. Hold on. Cancel. Let's get Romania, because that should be a lot easier. Everything else is good. Yep. Excellent. Now, how are we doing on our tanks? We got plenty of medium tanks. Need a little bit more self-propelled artillery. And mechanized. And maybe, my tank production, maybe it's overdoing it compared to the others. I don't know. What I will do is, because I do need a fair amount more. No, I think my ratio is okay. Let's take a look over here. If I want to convert one of these other dudes to the medium tank, we have lots of medium tanks. We need to up our mechanized. The self-propelled I think is fine. And the mechanized, actually, we do need a lot of that because we want to get rid of all our motorized in the long run. And the mechanized does have all that. It hasn't hit its peak yet. I think we're okay with this, actually. No, we really will want a second line to this. In fact, we're always going to need some motorized because some of our support divisions need it. I think I'm going to do something like that. And mechanized like that. I don't want to move it up because I don't want to change which factories are assigned to whatever. So it's going to take a while before anything ever gets worked here, but it'll be fine. And then at some point that'll go to motorized or mechanized 2. So there we go. So another reason not to necessarily rush assigning any factories there. Logistics Company 3 is done, which is fantastic. So we need less supply still. 45, so it's a little early for the 45 stuff. Military police, I'll continue to hold off on that. I don't think we need next level Marines. Paratroopers may be the way we take the UK at some point. But we will continue to need air superiority before that happens. So again, a little too early for this. Do I need both? No, I can research it now. Okay. So that's good. That's done. Maybe our carrier tech. Because we're going to need, more superiority over there. I kind of like it. Okay, let's do it. Power through that, then build 3 or 4 carriers, for the level... Actually, probably level 4, or whatever the maximum level of carriers are. The 1945 variant of carriers is probably what we're going to be doing. And, that might be enough to help hold the channel. There's a lot of stuff there. If we were going to paratroop into London, it's a dubious success, I think. So we've got this that cuts off even more supply. In fact, I think all these guys are going to be at 0 supply here. Now, this inaccurately called Italian theater. I don't think you've got any kind of battle plan. What I'm going to do is this. I'm going to delete your current orders, give you a front line. Ooh, not like that. Now, Germany should, now that we've got this connected, they should come in here, but I'm going to keep assuming responsibility, at least for now, for this, and we can tune this later on. Do that. And I will give you an offensive plan. Your offensive plan will be to push up to something like this. But I'm not going to enact it quite yet. Additionally, I'm going to grab some of you over here. make a new army. You're going to help hold these guys in. And your offensive line will involve, I don't know, just pushing to the other side over here. Something like that. I could probably put the red tank group on there, but I don't know. I think manually running these guys is still good. Should be able to pop that pretty quick and then jump in on that combat. one set of tanks against like this huge group, but it's partially there to keep them pinned in. And then open the second front. Getting another airport over here. We could probably move our planes too. That'll be something to consider. I don't know. For now, they can help clean this up. You guys, I'm willing to bet you can do that. There we go. Push, push, push. That should get destroyed pretty well. It looks like that's what's going to happen. They might push back somewhere. I'm not sure. Are any of these mine? Yeah, there we go. Just help deal with that little guy. Simplify this front. The AI won't be quite as confused anymore. You can halt. Alright, Marines. Join in that. And at some point I'm just going to start like right-clicking on these guys, but for right now it's okay. They just sort of spread around evenly. I wonder if I can take these. Not quite. They've got no supply and everything, but there is a limit. Why don't I get you to attack here, and then both your neighbors can support that attack. Reinforcements haven't actually entered yet, but I think once they do, they should be okay. Over here, I tell you, some of you to start here, but then I'm going to grab 2 of the lights to go this way and into there. All right. Yeah, I don't think I can... Well, I might be able to push. Again, at some point I might just right-click on Moscow, but I don't know if now is the time. Soviet front with its poor supply. Right-clicking over here. Just go for it. Probably won't work. And actually, let me go and trim this way down. This is your push. When your AI ticks in again, you're going to be trying something like that. I should probably babysit you in more places for efficiency. But there we have it. Alright, most of you go there. 1, 2 light groups. Actually, they're going to go over there instead. And there we go. Huge stack wipe. Massive. Massive. Some of them have already been overrun, I think. Just get in there and finish them up. And then we'll do the same thing over here. Wipe them out. All of them. Boom. Alright. Red group. Come here. A couple light tanks go here like that. And you guys have orders you'll get to eventually. Lovely. Some supplies. Big, big success. And actually, it's kind of a little squishy back here. I'm willing to bet, first of all, I told you to do something like that. I don't know how many people are going to be around to assist, but I'm going to do that. That's probably lost cause, or maybe not. I don't know. Depends on whether the German troops decide to jump in on one of those. Obviously, this is all going to be good. You jump in there and there. And we should be able to clean this up momentarily. I like having this tank squad. And 4 would mean you can just like push one province at a time. That 5th is forcing me to remember to do a little bit more surroundy kind of action. And you guys should all be deadified. Like that. And like that. Okay. So, you guys are going to join in there. You guys are still going to hold that front, because it's just a good spot. in that amount. Sure, why not? Looks like Germany has shown up over here. So I'm going to feel pretty comfortable about telling them to start activating this plan. Meanwhile, the tank squad, we're going to upgrade another one of you, even if you're not quite ready. Oh, no, you're good. Excellent. Beeline to Moscow. I should probably use them a little bit more intelligently. They've gotten a lot of work done. But I'm going to start with that. And I bet you we can actually get a pretty good push going on here. The Soviet Union probably is still short on some equipment. Although at this point in 44, it's going a lot better. They do have their historical ideas on, so they might have moved back some of their industry. They might be building forts around Moscow as well, so actually rushing Moscow starts to become better and better. I mean, I'm happy I still have the automated battle plan here as well. It'll help fill in these gaps. And actually, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to trim this line a little bit. Wait, what the hell just happened? Okay. Then I might have pulled... No, I don't understand why they lost some of that, but okay. Anyway, from here, we're going to do that way. An offensive line. Something like this. Hopefully we can get there before the next winter. Okay. And another punch over here. And Germany and whoever will hopefully be responsible for filling in some of these blanks before I overrun too much. But again, I'm going to look for opportunities to do my own sort of pincers around some units where I can. I'd rather not lose Kharkov, because that's pretty important. So that's about to finish. There we go. Tell one of these heavy tanks to push there. Kursk, looks like you will need to just grab a little surround over here. Establish a little bit more of a proper foothold around Kursk. There you go, they've got some isolated troops back there. I better wipe them out before other people forget about them and they cause problems. It's a little too lightweight. Just want to hold this for a little bit. Free military factories. Again, a lot of them are damaged, so it's not entirely accurate. And I get these guys right down to the bottom. And then do that. There we go. Because the motorized really isn't my priority anymore. There's still a lot of need for it, but we are going to be switching over to mechanized, other than some support stuff. There you go. And if we succeed there, it should be nice if we got some assistance from the German Reich. Then we'd be able to cut off a wee bit more again. There we go. Better once they get a chance to recharge. And you over here. Just push in. Little surrounds. They're not quite cut off here. Okay, more carrier tech. We do have that good discount for it from a lot of the ideas we've taken over time. I think they'll get overrun there. Oh, maybe not because of the little battle here. Nope, I think they did. No, that's that squad that's still running away, so we failed to do that. Okay, let's do this into there. Except that you two are going to go here, into there. Or maybe what I should do is do that. Make sure we take Kursk. Looks like it will fall eventually. These guys are all attacking to Kursk, right? Yeah, so we'll open up another angle and get some more strength in there. So they should be able to pull that off. Meanwhile, this forward pressure is going quite well. I don't know if I just, like, I don't know how many idle guys I have over here. Does that work? That's not bad. It's not great. They are going to pull back here, but if we can pinch off a few of them, it would be handy. What I was looking for? Kursk. Looking good. And then everyone else is still busy, right? The so-called Indian front. I mean, I wonder if I should tell these guys to go ahead and attack, actually. It's not going to work everywhere, but it'll work a little bit. And then shrink this front down, which will add a lot of strength, which is nice. This Soviet front here, you guys are still theoretically trying to move. I could probably micromanage you, but that sounds like work. Let's take a look at Africa. Okay, we're fine. Let's take a look at our air situation here. I could probably free up some of these Lachim fighters, which I'm going to do. Just going to disband half that wing so they can go and redistribute themselves somewhere else. And, oh yeah, all the Ukrainian wings. Well, there is still some combat going on in Ukraine. But I think what I want to do is get them in central Russia. So I'm going to take a moment to disband these wings here. Maybe I'll leave some of the fighters in Crimea. Air base is overcrowded. Well, that won't be true anymore. So I'm going to leave some for the air superiority bonus. And then in central Russia, Kursk. Oh, it's only an airfield for 200. That is not great. So, but we'll go ahead and make that wing anyway. Do you have an ace? Yeah, dead unassigned. So that's not helpful at all. And then we'll get you to just run air superiority over central Russia. Very nice sets of pushes. Very nice indeed. Everyone's pushing against Orel here. Oh, you actually have no orders whatsoever. You know what? You move make the move towards Bryansk. Air wing with no orders. What? Oh, I think I was Xing them out here. Yeah, I wasn't actually disbanding the air wings. I was just canceling their orders. Okay, Central Russia is fine. You're going to be running air superiority over that. Okay. And I wonder if I set people in Kharkov if they could do support over here. Well, perhaps I have tactical bombers, right? Yeah, interwar bombers, which do suck, but they can still do something. You're going to deploy. And then we'll get you to do some combat air support because you'll have a little bit more range. Very good here. Oh, a little bit of a hardship there. But we are going to take Orel momentarily. So how many planes we got? We do have 500 fighters in reserve. I don't want to deploy them in northern France, because I want critical mass. I want to put like 2,000 planes in the air in there. Which I might have, actually, if we finish the war against Russia. Wow, that is quite the push everywhere. Holy cow. Meanwhile, Kursk did fall a while ago. We got these guys to help out in the push against Bryansk here. More victory points. More supply in our favor. And actually, this is kind of a little surroundy. I might be able to send the tanks back here, cut off this huge swath of land, which sounds pretty good, actually. What else we got kicking around? You guys are happily running up towards Moscow. You guys are just holding that line. India is pushing back here. Very, very nice. That might be as far as they can go. We've, run into that problem before. But there's tons of troops just sitting around here doing nothing, which is a great thing. France is just sitting there. Good. Middle East attack is not actually doing anything. They also don't have a battle plan. But I don't really know if they need to do anything. That was the thing. There was like, what are we going to grab? There's an airbase right over here that would be nice. That actually wouldn't be too terrible if we could take that. Let's give them a chance to get a planning bonus again. That'll be okay. Air Wings, no mission. You guys are to help do tactical. You're doing close air support over there, is what you're looking to do. Free military factories. Again, it's not entirely accurate. It's free damaged factories. But we could also use some extra trade here. More oil. Well, we could try to get some from Venezuela. See how well that works. Naval battles, how are you guys doing? Haven't checked you in a while. Lost some subs there. I mean, we're still building some destroyers as well. And some submarines. Good, and this destroyer fleet here. I'm going to get you to convoy escort here. Here. Good, because I've got convoys running through there, especially now with Venezuela. So again, the free military factories is not accurate. You don't have to repair the things in northern France, because they're just going to get smashed to hell again. This I do like. I don't know if we need infrastructure over here. Actually, it wouldn't hurt for this push. I'll let it finish. It doesn't take that long to do. It's okay. All right, Red Group, I'm going to tell you to go. There you go. Retake that airbase. Lovely. All right. Where's my tanks at? That is going. That is definitely going. I have to be a little bit careful about overextending too much over here and then getting a counterattack. I think I kind of like the idea of taking a pause here, taking this airbase at least. I don't know what the air situation is over here. They do have some enemy stuff. Central Russia. Yeah, we've got full control over that. And over here, Belarus, we don't have any planes equipped. We have, someone is doing bombers here, probably Germany or something like that, against enemy fighters and things, which isn't going to turn out too well. But maybe, I don't know if there's anything in the airbase, but it might work. Oh, field hospital next level. Good. More trickle back, which means less manpower loss. Also losing less XP is very nice. It's not 45 yet, so none of that going on. None of the tanks. Again, I don't really care about the rest of the artillery branches. We've got this coming along. It's 44, so I could actually get the next level of destroyers, which seems like an excellent idea. There's probably something else I had planned to pick up somewhere, but that's okay. Alright, take the airbase. I'm going to tell you to help out with the push against Gomel over here, and actually you as well. It's a little harder to take, but it's a much better thing to grab. Plus, it still cuts off this area here. And then after that, I think my tank squad goes specifically towards the Soviet Union. And this is my Muscovite front. I don't care about defending this quite as much. I'll let other people do that while I take the glory. Okay, everything's green across the board. You guys are all active-ish? Not really. So, one more national idea. So we got the Atlantic Fleet, which gives us more research bonuses for carriers and battleships, marines, and landing crafts. We will need some of that. We haven't really bothered researching up that route yet. But we will need a big marine invasion force, probably if we're going to take Great Britain. Either that, or paratroopers. But we're going to need something. Alright. You know what? You'll even do a strategic redeployment, even though you're right on the front, which makes this super dangerous. I keep yelling at the AI when it does it. Oh, I've got 2 red things. This is kind of confusing. Let's switch you to green. I don't use a whole lot of green. There we go. Oh, okay. Gomel's been taken. Alright. This tank group. Here's your job. It's that. Actually, group up here. Okay, let's try this again. Group up here. Excellent. Really? Well, we're going to have that in a second, so I guess that's fine. From there, you're going to go here and into Moscow. And almost certainly we'll override your commands again. But that's going to be the start. Mechanized level 2, very nice, and we're gonna... It's quite far ahead, but I'm tempted to grab the next level right away. You know what, screw it. We're gonna do that. Alright, we're gonna lose efficiency twice in a row, but I think the sooner we start on this, the better. Free military factories. Again, it's not entirely accurate. Oh, did I kill the motorized from before? I think I did. Because we're still going to need a little, but we're probably going to free some up. So, actually, yeah, I'm just going to get another line of mechanized. The idea being that we want to switch all of our motorized battalions to mechanized ones, and then the old motorized stuff will just go to support companies, which I like. Alright. Oh, a little bit of supply problems. Yeah, I mean, the infrastructure's probably been blown up. I could help and bop these guys so they don't break out or do anything weird like that. But it looks like, no, they're going to push and they'll take care of that. That's going to be fine. Meanwhile, the race for Moscow continues. I don't know if, like, the person who takes it gets the most, like, war contribution. I actually don't know how war contribution factors in to different things. All right, this is the active battle. That's true. I don't know if, you know, taking victory provinces yourself matters, but what if, like, there's multiple people attacking? It's a little confusing. Just take care of that guy. I don't know if, like, winning battles contributes. Does it make a difference who, you know, stack wipes someone or not? I don't know. We'll take care of that. That sounds like a marine invasion sound. So over here. So we do have some troops sitting around. We can also collapse in on things afterwards. First of all, how's this looking? Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to change this up. You guys are going to come here. I mean, obviously they're kind of crap units, but that's okay. They're only halfway trained, but that's okay. Then, I'm going to tell you guys, you're going to be part of a new group in the France defense. Oh, apparently we've combined some stuff, so we've actually got some dudes kicking around again. Really? So you should get Giovanni Messe, who's a Panzer leader. Mountaineer doesn't matter as much. Trickster's really helpful. More importantly, level 7, so that's good to see. Okay, back over here. And you guys are going to form a fallback line. Here. I don't know which province is the thing, but there you go. And so you guys have been properly assigned to that, I hope. There you go. Strategic movement over there. Yeah, that's fine. Now, we've got the ports are already, you know, guarded. So there's an empty spot here, and then they can counterattack, but it will take them a while to actually do the landing. Falco class carrier. Excellent. Now we want the Aquila class. killed a U.S. submarine. We lost 3 destroyer, killing 6 submarines. It's not great, but it's what it is. Nothing else weird going on. Yeah, we hadn't heard the naval invasion sound in a long time. Pas de Calais, which is this region here. So in theory, it could even be happening there. So I guess I'll broaden that. And they do get there quite quickly. They won't have much organization, but again, it takes a long time to do the actual landing. And I think we get advance warning of it based on encryption decryption. There they go. There. Are you really getting supply issues? I mean, I suppose you might not have much infrastructure up there. It might be pretty badly beat up. Or the supply may have just not trickled through properly. Yeah, you should be fine. I think it just has to be recalculated. Do I have any troops over here? I do. So let's go ahead and just, like, bopify some stuff here. There we go. Because we can. It's not too hard. Keep winning battles. Again, with the military factories, we keep gaining some. They're all broken. We keep gaining some through our battles here. So this is going to be a pretty, you know, aggressive advance. But I think it's going to be okay. Because their ability to come up and punish us for this is going to be somewhat limited by what the rest of my dudes are doing by moving forward here. Now, there's still a lot of victory points left in the Soviet Union. I don't know what their national unity is currently sitting at. 75%. Which is probably about as high as the Soviet Union's ever get. I feel like I'm missing a tank here. This one here, which is saying dig in. Yeah, they must have had, Anyway, just do that. They must have been in a battle when I issued the orders before. Because the orders don't take... Maybe if I start with shift on the first one, but I don't think so. Anyway, I'm going to change the heavy tank and tell him to run along this way. Yeah, I like that. Actually increases the chance that we might get some surrounds here. Broadens this corridor a little bit, makes us a little bit less vulnerable to a counterattack. And a little bit more land to cover, but really not much. Actually, grabbing that airfield would also be quite nice. So we have full air everything. Okay, so that's good. We don't really have enough planes to do the proper combat assist, but we're pretty good. You here. I'm going to tell you to strategically redeploy to there. Be much faster. Meanwhile, how are things? Things are fine. Only one naval evasion, still says Pas de Calais. These are not particularly good troops, but you don't really need that good troops to hold something like this. And it's interesting to see their positioning. I guess they take into account the importance of the provinces. And we have some coastal defenses, which is dramatically going to slow down their invasion, plus I think give them penalties to the combat. So that's nice to see. Oh, those are air bases. Right. How is our stuff? Alpine region, fine. Fine, no bombers. Nothing in southern France. And nothing but bombers in northern France. Oh, hello. Let's give you an ace as well. This ace actually won't do very much with this wing. So what we'll do is we'll split this into 4 groups after. I'll give them the orders and then split them into 4. And the ace one, I'll try to bring them down to size like, maybe not literally 100, but pretty close. There we go, standing by. And you've been reinforced. So you're just looking for interception duties. So then I'm going to split, Split. And yeah, the one with the ace, I'll split a little bit further. So they're all doing interception duties. Day and night, and I'll tell them to be on normal. You can repair if you need to. So this should kill a lot of bombers. These planes haven't actually all taken off yet. We have 100% radar efficiency. Excellent. There we go. Now the planes are coming up. Costanza was shut down. We lost a lot of planes very quickly. But we also killed 1,000 enemy bombers. Look at this. I like that ratio. Now we're losing a lot more fighters. What I think I'm going to do is cancel their attacks now. At the very least, regroup them to something that might work better. Yeah, I'll just have them standing by for now. And we'll wait until the next time bombers come by, and we'll do that again. Once they're fully reinforced. Oh, there are no fighters. Okay, they're shuffling around a little bit. That was a very successful counterattack. Okay, and yeah, and free military factories. More fighters. How's our trade coming along? Need more rubber. Japan, see what you can do. Whew. Naval battles? Oh, lost a destroyer against a big fleet. That's not too bad. Alright. That may be the extent of what we'll actually successfully push. Depends. We are getting a little bit of attrition over here. We could consider... Why don't I build a naval base over here? I wonder how fast they build. Because that might be better than trying to get infrastructure through the mountains. I kind of like that idea. I don't know if it's good or not, but I'm going to do it. Get a naval base building over there. Some of the coastal defense got broken. Are they still invading? Still here? We still haven't seen them? Alrighty. They have only bombers right now. Go to town. Anyway, I'll do that. You won't get your bonus very well, so I guess we'll split you. And then split you again. There we go. High priority for reinforcements. Oh my god, we gotta put in a break! Let's do that now. And also... I want to keep you just over 100. Something like that. Whew! Oh, and they've got fighters again, so let's cancel once more. But I think we killed a lot more bombers, which is great. Okay, thank you very much for watching another episode, folks. I will see you guys next time as we win the Battle of Moscow. What? Bye-bye.